guys, welcome. Well, failed that. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of SmashCast. It's been a long time since I recorded, and I'm Mark versus Actually, it has been a long time since I recorded this before I went to week-long of camp, and then I didn't record the week before camp either, so this is like my first time recording commentary in a week. In 2 weeks. Almost 3. Trick him into hitting me again with the counter. So yeah, I'm trying to go for my up tilt combo. Many people have used that one, and I only figured it out probably around this time I figured it out. I know, I've seen a combo video of Ken doing it against a Fox player, I believe. And speaking of Ken, I am using this color, but red is my favorite color, so that's what I choose to use. Actually, it took me a while to figure out which color I would use. I was white for a while, I was black for a while. This is a long time ago. This is before I played. I even tried to play competitively. I was just playing casually. But, what was I saying? So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So far, I used black, mostly white and black, and then I switched over to red when I just decided to make everything. Well, I had to get, sorry. So anyway, I used to do red when I used to be white and black, and then I just decided for kind of a channel thing, I just do red everything. And I do usually do mostly red everything. I'm trying to think what I don't use red on. Mewtwo's red. I've kind of almost retired him. Peach is part of it is red. Wolf, Wolf is the classic one. Most of the time, if there's an alternate costume, I will use it. Except for Mewtwo. I don't use it for Mewtwo. Because I prefer the red one anyway. And I wouldn't consider Marth's an alternate costume. If I played Link, I'd do the red Hylian? Sorry, I don't play Zelda much. Hylian. Yeah, that's right. Hylian. Yeah, Hylian. Anyway, I would use that one, which I have used a couple times, working on some special project in the future. I'm trying to think what else I don't use red for. I know if I play Roy, I usually play the Black Roy. I don't think you guys have seen it, but I play Ganondorf now. And that's red. Kirby. Okay, for some reason I'm perfectly fine using Ken's color. I probably have plenty of other Marth's color. But I will not use the red Kirby. Not just because it's cheat-ass, but mainly just because I like the blue one better. So that's one of the few that I will do. That's one of the few characters I'll use a color other than red. Sheik, I'm kind of on the fence about. And if I play Lucario in Brawl, actually Lucario in this game too. If I do play Lucario, it's usually either shiny. No, it is shiny usually most of the time, or red. And in Brawl, I used him once for a recording against Phoebus. Because I like the white one. The white one has just always been my Lucario. He was one of the first characters I decided to make. Actually, he was the third, I believe, after Pit originally. Then I moved on to Pokemon Trainer. This was before I even had Brawl, so I would play at Bramble's house. And this was when Chaos played. Oh, good memories of us playing. She'd play Lucario too. Yeah, I could reminisce about a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I've always used the Lucario, so that's just kind of the one I use. Anyway, the surfboard, as it's called, the moving platform. Again, I heard this. It's been about a few months since I heard it, but it was recently that I heard it called the surfboard. And, so that kind of messed up my up tilt combo. Anyway, get in the back air and forward smash in the air. Yeah, it's like an air guitar, but it's a forward smash. It's the air smash. I don't know. I'm just trying to find things to talk about. Back air. I'm throwing a lot of back airs out lately. I don't like that just because it messes my it actually messes me up just due to it switching Marth's side. So if I'm trying to do double back airs, I'll do a back air and then a forward air. Not to mention it's a pretty long move, like time-wise. And also I was watching a training video by Ken, and I've always heard that he came up with the dash dance, but the way he did it, he didn't do like the back and forth, and I'm wave dash off the surfboard. I'm getting better with the wave dashes. Of course, there's still the left wave dash. I'm working on the right one. I just cannot do the right one just due to my thumb placement. Anyway, so I was talking about Ken. Yeah, short pencil and kind of help. I should talk about Davis about trying to think of her gaming name. I know her real name, but I can't figure out her gaming name, which is odd because it's like really close. Anyway, I should talk to her about what is it, OCD? Not OCD, that's something. ADD! Similar to ADHD, but not as cool because it's less smashing. Anyway, so I was talking about Ken. Then I made an ADD joke, and now I'm going to talk about Ken again. So anyway, I knew he created the oh wow, that's good. Anyway, I knew that he created the dash dance, the technique, but I didn't know that he didn't create the back and forth dash dance, and he said that was stupid. But I do it kind of just fooling around as almost as a con, just like, oh, I mean, like if I'm not playing Ivysaur or anyone, like there's certain characters that you can use free time with, but then there's characters like Marth, which he doesn't have a good charge projectile that you need to do, or anything that would heal him, so, you know, you can just basically sit back and do whatever you want. But like with Ivysaur, you want to use that free time to heal off percentage, and with most characters, say Mewtwo or Sheep, you want to you would want to charge up their projectile. And then with characters like Lucario, you can taunt, but it's up taunt, and then with Toon Link, it's a down taunt. But there's reasons for that. Just because, well, Lucario has the aura mechanic that, if you don't know, I might have to go to explanation video that I'm trying to think about doing. And then Toon Link takes Young Link's taunt with the Lon move. Is that what it is? Again, don't play Zelda much. But, and then it heals off percent. So, I mean, that's taunting with a reason. Not like the Toon Link taunt just because of how slow it is. Anyway, I will not stop trying to play Pikachu. This is old me, by the way. I mean, I've given up on Pikachu. But again, I've used him for a special project I'm working on, which you guys will see probably in a couple weeks, depending on how my uploading schedule works. Because I've been one thing about me is I like to record. It's just the uploading and editing part that I don't like. Mainly because I'm just probably with a lot of people, I don't like to watch my own videos just because I think, and I'm assuming a lot of people think about this, but just think that their own work either pales in comparison to others, which is the case with me, or is it just stupid? I mean, it may not be. I mean, I may be playing well today. I have no idea. I almost had it. Yeah. I don't know why I was talking about it. I was messing with the visual of the time, and I didn't see if he taunted or not, because if he taunted, I would like annoyingly taunt over and over again. And then whoop his Game & Watch tail. I don't know what. I've heard someone call him a doodle man. Yeah, Mr. Game & Watch is a doodle. And then, I'm trying to think, because, wow, nice quick attack. But he really is an LCD screen, basically a character that could fit on, a character that could work with an LCD screen. So, I mean, if you go look, trying to think. I remember seeing a video. It was probably by Did You Know Gaming. Did something about the Game Boy, and that's. But it also mentions something about the Game & Watch, and that's what he is a character widely used in the Mr. Game & Watch alongside Mario, and then I think with the new stuff they now. Pikachu, what is wrong with you? Oh gosh. But he's now used. Also, Mario is used in some of like the newer Game & Watch, like especially in the Game & Watch gallery. For the Game Boy, and also for the 3DS to Virtual Console. I'm taunting! Like, that was me trying to be annoying. And I was going to say this earlier, and then I was like, see, I've got like a bunch of ideas floating in my head, and I want to use them. But I don't know, maybe that's what every ADD person... I'm not quite sure on that, though, if I actually have that. Anyway, back to what I was saying is, once I get a GameCube, and get Melee, I want to main Pichu, just to be a troll. Simply as that, like, I want to main Pichu, not as just a joke character like I'm better than you, but no, I want to actually play him. And I'm gonna have to do some like intense training with Pikachu, because I mean I was horrible at Falco at first, and then I mean I'm not the best with Falco still, but at least I'm not losing every match. So I mean with time and effort, I could be a Pichu main. Also, thank you, Pikachu main. Okay, so the score is 1-1. And this is a good position for me, because whoever wins... Ooh, I'm new too. Because whoever wins Game 1 basically really has a lot of control. Like, because if they lose Game 2, then they get to choose their stage. So, I mean, that's why I always think, if you're going to sandbag at all, sandbag meaning kind of throw it, like with Pichu and characters like that, do it on the second match. Yeah, just heads up, this is going to be a long one, so if I run out of things to talk about, because I think I did stall a lot in this one. So, who knows, I might just hum something. Right now it does seem pretty stally. Where, I mean, he's at 30, I'm at 70. It actually is not looking good for me. I'm wave dashing and jumping around. I've actually thought of retiring Mewtwo, and that's why I played him here, just kind of for fun. Like, I think this was around the set where I just, like, said, forget it, I'm going to have fun with the characters I want to play. That's why I played Pikachu. It just came back to me. My mindset was, I know I want to play Mewtwo, but I want to play Pikachu. So, I played Pikachu first, kind of throwing it, because, I mean, I figure I'm going to lose as Pikachu, but I want to play Mewtwo too. Mewtwo, you know what I meant. But, so I figure I'll play the Pikachu first, and then I'll play the Mewtwo. But at this point, yeah, I think, I don't know, at one point I thought about retiring him, then I just played again, and I kind of threw out my original, playbook from, I'm like thinking of the word, you guys know me, I'm a nerd, I don't know all these fancy football words. But, I threw out my old playbook for Mewtwo and tried again, just for fun, and then it actually turned out to be not so bad. I mean, not so bad for my standards. It's probably decent in competitive standpoint. And that could go down as one of my favorite moves in the game. The Mewtwo's up throw. By the way, did I mention I may do a top 10 like everyone else in YouTube? Yep. I'm cliche. In a way that's not cliche. Why can't I wave dash? Oh. And Mewtwo's down B as a spike. I don't use it too often just because the hitbox, it just looks... I mean, okay, not being... trying to be mature here. It looks... Okay, guys, be mature when I say this, but it looks weird. Just... I mean, as a competitor standpoint, so I can figure out the hitbox. Like, most attacks you can kind of figure out where it's going to hit, how it's going to hit. But Mewtwo's down B is like, you basically have to be sitting on their head, almost, and for it to work. And I've done it a couple times, unfortunately none on film. Guys, I'm going to say film a lot. Just, just deal with it. I haven't gotten on film of me spiking, but I've done it before. I will, you know, you guys can't see this, but my right hand is in the air, and I've done it before. Almost rose up. Oh, please, rise. Never mind. Almost put up my left hand and I'm smart, guys. So anyway, back to the match. I'm still lagging behind, and it's 3.5 minutes in. Yeah, I've gotten better where I've just kind of, I guess you could say, float around just as Mewtwo, because, I mean, if you wanted, you can go, like, I bet if you just fell from the top of Dreamland and just fell until you couldn't anymore, you could probably still survive with Mewtwo. So, I mean, like, I've seen Mewtwo players go in D, not going, but go in. Like, I could say the confusion then. I now live in the South. Why did I do that? I have no idea. But also, I've seen, like, players, like, kind of go in and out, weave in and out, as, Mewtwo. And I can't really go as fast. I mean, maybe, I don't know, 15 years compared to, like, 20-something-year-olds playing this game, and, well, then again, I did mention that one guy who's 16, which still amazes me. Why did I taunt there? I don't know. I think it was just because this was the first time I was ahead in the match. I don't know, I'm not taunting as much anymore. I really try not to taunt, just as, you know, like professionals look down at taunting, just because, you know, like, disrespect. But, I know, like, in friendlies, Brambles, like, taunts all the time. I figured out how to taunt cancel, so I've done it a lot too. I'm not sure how many times. See, I don't have the audio on this, so it's hard to tell when I do it. But I'm trying not to anymore. I keep the buttons on. I don't know why, but well, Kirby, I need the buttons on. And for characters, like if I ever play Toon Link and Lucario, I need the taunts on, just because it's beneficial to the character. Like, as I said during free time, if you've got, like, free time between stocks and stuff, you kind of want it to, like, taunt or something. Because, Lucario charges up, well, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's, an aura technique, kind of changed from the Brawl's, aura technique, and, taunting gives you extra, like, points, I think they call it. And get you the giant aura spheroids that I think I've shown at least once or twice on camera. There we go, on camera, that's what I can say. Because people still use cameras. I mean, it's called a camera, it's not like phone. But then again, it's not a camera. And then, back on topic, Toon Link has the taunt that I can actually release. Which, I mean, it's like 3%, and it's like a 5-second move, and, like, those of you who are new to the game, or even those who don't really know, like, standpoint on the game, but, 5 seconds is a lot of time in this game. Like, this is like, I'm trying to think of like, look at racing games. No, racing in general. 5 seconds is a lot of time for racers. I mean, if you know much about NASCAR, or if you're like me, who's the only closest thing to racing and NASCAR in general is Mario Kart, 5 seconds is a lot. I mean, what do I mean? I mean, this game is, like, so precise. Like, I mean, a bunch of people, I don't focus too much on this, but, like, I've had most competitors focus on, like, frame data. Like, how many frames? And in a game that's, I doubt this isn't 60 frames per second. But, like, okay, one move I know for sure, and that's because it's, like, praised for this, is, the Reflector, Fox, Wolf, and Falco's down B comes out on frame 1. And so, I mean, like, they come out immediately right after. And I'm just talking to you because I know I'm playing. First time the match was timed out, I think. One of the first times. I mean, well, I'll explain later, guys, because that's it. Bye.